people think of mathematical reasoning as one of the things that makes us really special. You know, non-human species will never be anywhere close to us. Like math? No. But there are aspects of mathematical thought that non-human primates share with us. It is extremely useful during foraging to maximize the amount of food that they could possibly get per unit time. They're also tracking how many alliances does one individual in their group have and how many animals are moving in one direction versus another. You know, whether you want to engage in a fight or flight with a predator group. I'm Jessica Cantlin, and I study the evolution of human mathematical thought. In our research, we've focused on the capacity to think about numbers, arithmetic operations, and geometric thought. Figuring out what are the computational abilities of non-human primates, what kinds of problems can they solve that they weren't born to solve, right? That might not have an innate basis, and what makes human mathematics really unique. One of the most profound things that we've found is that when we look at the brains of 3- and 4-year-old children, we see the same exact brain regions in order to represent numerical values as the brains of non-human primates. We think that those patterns are an evolutionary template that we share with non-human primates. We create mathematical tasks that are presented non-verbally that very young children can answer by touch. We then give the same kinds of tasks with non-human primates. And we can ask how similar or different are the behaviors of these two. So the touchscreen connected to the computer determines whether or not the monkey's answers were right. And every time the monkey is right, the robotic feeder delivers a fruit crunchy pellet with vitamins in it. Baboons can participate whenever they want. When we first started, we would show 2 choices for what do they think is the best match, but they won't be the exact same thing as the samples. We try to kind of see if the baboons can really use the numerical value of the stimulus to make those matches. And what we find is that some things that start out pretty difficult actually end up becoming quite easy. We've also focused on geometric thinking, where they see a triangle at the top and they have to pick the shape that matches. And we'll make the choices change the number of sides, the lengths of those sides, and the apertures of their angles. One of the things that we're finding so far is that, yes, non-human primates can think about the features of geometric objects. They can reason about the number of sides separately from the length of the sides. But when you ask them about the size of that angle compared to another one, it's hard for them to just compare that feature in another object. What we think is difficult about representing angle is you have to calculate it based on the relationship between 2 things in order to represent that feature. And that's interesting because sensitivity to angles is the last thing to develop in children.